Hey. At the end of each of my streams, I've been reviewing games that I finished on streams before that I haven't done anything with since. So I'm committed to reviewing all the games that I played. So here we are. Mario Wonder. I played this. It wasn't that much longer after the game had come out, probably within a month or so, and I really enjoyed it. Spoiler. Yeah, this is a good game. This is a really good game. I'm looking forward to reviewing this one. By the time I got to this, I had already done like 20 streams of SnowRunner. So I was like ready for a new game. And this was so bright and so vibrant and so colorful, especially compared to SnowRunner. So I was very, very happy to play this game. And it was a good game. So let's go through it. So story and characters, music and audio, graphics and visuals, level design, and gameplay are my 5 grading criteria. And to the right of each of those grading criteria, you will see a multiplier. So a 2x, a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, and a 6x. Each of those x's represent how important that part of the game is to me. So we're going to start with story and characters. That's the least important thing to me. And I got to tell you, that is the worst part of the game. Of any Mario game, really, right? Story. There's not much story going on. Bowser comes along and kidnaps somebody, and then we have to go and get them back. And that's really the story. So the story really can't do much in this. So what I'm going to focus on here are the characters. And that's where I think this game's going to have a little bit of an edge and not be as low as it should be, or as it might be, because they did a lot with the characters here. Oh, I played mostly as Mario, but I did play some Luigi, and I think I played a little bit as Daisy. But what I like about this is the power-ups are so unique in this game. Like, nowhere in anywhere can I find in a previous Mario game where you can turn into like an elephant. Okay, that was so bizarre and so like over the top, and they just went with it and they doubled down with it. And it was like one of the main power-ups you can get. So what they did with the power-ups was a lot of fun in this and very memorable. And they gave a lot of characterization to like inanimate objects. Remember the pipe that would just turn into a worm and start kind of going across the screen? They did a lot to give a lot of personality and charm into a lot of different parts of this game. So I'm going to focus on those elements and really give the game what I think it deserves as far as doing what you can with the pre-existing characters and items and doing them with a new spin. So in that case, this game is, even though the story is very, very lackluster, they did a lot with the characters. They did a lot of new little twists and whatnots with the power up. So with that, I think this game is going to be well above a 3, which I think is like 3 is like middle of the road. In a typical Mario game, like the new Mario Brothers, that was fun. But the story and characters was so basic and it was so rudimentary from the original Marios. They didn't really do anything new to it. So it was well below a 3. But this one's going to be well above a 3. The question is, though, does it get to a 4? Is this a 4? And maybe not. Maybe not quite to a 4, but they definitely did enough to this game to give it a very solid score. So I'm going to give this, I'm going to go 3.75 because I'm really on the fence between this is get out of the 3s and get into a 4 or not. And I think at the very least, it gets very close to a 4. They did a great job on this game as far as characterization and the power-ups and all that kind of stuff like I had talked about. So there you go. There's my 3.75. Music and audio. Yo, we are piranha plants. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. That song was stuck in my head almost the entire time I was playing this game. The music in this game is incredible. So much fun. Remember the TikTok? The dun dun dun, and then like you had to jump with the beat. Like they did so much to integrate the music into the actual gameplay. That was incredible. So that was really, really good. They had a new voice actor for Mario. That was on point. If you didn't know it was a new voice actor, you wouldn't have been able to tell. Like he did a great job. So music and audio, that's another, this is really top notch. This is top notch, especially like I said, incorporating the music into the actual gameplay. So this to me is going to be a 4.5. That's they did a great job with this. Graphics and visuals. I mean, Nintendo Switch games aren't exactly powerhouses. They're not cutting edge graphics. They're not top tier. They can't get there. But what they did with their resources available in making every single level so vibrant and so colorful, the background in some levels was like interactive. You can interact with the background. It was a beautiful looking game. It looked great. And that's, I mean, that for another 4.5. I don't know what else to say. They did a great job on that. This is a good game. Let's see if level design, how is level design? Yo, they literally made that power plant. What is that called? The Wonder Flower. They literally made a different Wonder Flower for every single level. There was a few repeats in there. Every once in a while, you got something where you had to do something that you had done before. But they did practically a unique Wonder Flower for every single level. And even if they didn't do that, even if you skip the Wonder Flower and just go through the level like normal, it's a great level. So not only are they just good levels to begin with, the whole Wonder Flower being involved in that too. So last week with SnowRunner, I think I gave the graphics and visuals a 5 out of 5 because I was so impressed. And that was like something that really stuck with me going forward. When I think back to that game, that's where my mind goes, was the graphics and the setting. With this game, when I think back to this game, that Wonder Flower was so prominent. And that's what I think of, is getting those Wonder Flowers and always wondering, like, what's going to happen? What's this level going to be? I'm tempted to give this a 5. I really want to give this a 5. But if the Wonder Flowers weren't there, this would probably be like a 4, right? Maybe a 4.25, because the level design really was good, but it wasn't like 5 out of 5 good. But does the Wonder Flower really bring it to a 5? I wonder. Oh, I see Winendar's old comment there. Excuse me, we had the caterpillars and their society. I forgot about the caterpillars. And there was too. I'm glad you brought that up. There was like the overworld map. There was actually a little bit of RPG elements in there. Like we had to go collect this thing to bring it back over there. And I think one of them needed water. Like I think the desert needed water or something like that. Yeah. So each of the overworld levels also had a little element of gameplay in it. So the overworld map was actually kind of part of the game as well. That was really good for level. Yeah. You know what? Level design. This is going to get a 5. That's going to get a 5. That pushed me over the edge right there, Winendar. You reminded me that the actual overworld maps were in and of themselves kind of levels. You had to kind of like interact with them in a certain way. So that's a 5. I feel comfortable giving that a 5 because when I think back to that game, I'm really impressed by the level design on that one. So there's a 5. And as far as gameplay, it's a Mario game. Mario has tight controls, some of the best platforming out there. I love platformer games, and this game, Mario's are always top notch. Whether it's the original Mario, whether it's the 3D Marios, I think probably the worst controlled Mario is Mario 64, and that's when they were kind of trying to figure out the whole 3D part of it. But I can't give this game a 5 though, because every game is just about the same, right? I don't think they pushed the envelope to make the gameplay groundbreaking. They've already broken the ground, right? Mario has already broken the ground on side-scrolling platformers, but they stayed consistent with it. So I'm gonna go 4.5. I'm gonna go 4.5. 4.5. Top-notch gameplay that they didn't really push the envelope, but they also didn't make enough changes to make it bad. So that's that. Let's see where this lands us. 4.5 for that. Yo, I think this is my first A. I think this game's my first A. There it is. Super Mario Wonder. It's my first A, you guys. I agree with that. This game was very good. I'm actually looking forward to at some point getting back and beating it again. So at some point I'll play this game all over again from start to finish. And I don't think I 100%ed this one when I played it with you guys. I did go back after stream and kind of collect a few more collectibles, but at some point I would like to go back and actually 100% this game. Maybe when the Switch 2 comes out, this would be a good game to go back and play and try to get that 100%. Because for the most part, other Mario games I have 100%ed. I usually try to collect all the, you know, the collectibles, the red coins and the stars and all that kind of stuff. I try to get all that stuff. So this would be a good game. A good game at some later point to go back and really spend some more time on. I'm looking forward to it. So there it is. Super Mario Wonder. So that's that. Thanks everybody. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you guys coming through on these streams. I appreciate you coming through and hanging out. Have a good week, everybody. It's Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's rainy here. It's cold. So these cozy streams are actually turning out really nice. Soup weather, horror movie weather, sitting down with a nice book weather, cozy streaming with a nice whiskey weather. This stream also wasn't an advertisement. I just happened to get this one. That'll be with me for a while. It takes me a while to get through one of those bottles, even if I share it. All right. Anyway, have a good week, everybody. Take care of yourselves and enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you all next week. Bye. Bye now. Bye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Too bad about Kenny, huh? Life in a big city.